Hello everyone. I'm just gonna get plugged in here. I am so excited to be here today. I have spent the week doing design work and little fried. So I want to go back and show you a class that I did at the beginning of the holiday catalog. So every catalog I come out with a new class, and I typically do 3 classes at once. This time, everybody got druzy embellishments and a bolt of ribbon, and they use it across all 3 classes at the beginning of a catalog, right? So I started playing with the cards for bingo next week, and oh my God, it is the coolest class. So I'm very excited about that, and I'm excited to show you this like thing that I recognized on Christmas labels that just happened. So I'm gonna find us first to make sure that I can see your comments, and then once I do that, we'll get moving. I have like a big pile of stuff on the table already. But I want to make sure that I'm in the right spot and everything. Oh, yeah, there I am. So if you haven't signed up for bingo yet and you're planning on attending, please do so in the next day or so, because I have 1 kit left and then I have to stuff more. So I have everything cut for another 12, but I am concerned that I want to make sure that I can get your designer paper in time if you want to be a part of bingo next week with Cheryl and I. So please help me help you and sign up early if you'd like to join us. Oh, this is not sharing properly. Darn it. I'm gonna have to go like the old-fashioned way and like make a link and do the hokey pokey, turn myself around, you know. Hey Val, yes, I'm right here. So good to see you. All right, so how many people already bought the Christmas labels stamp set and dies? I did. If you did, just give me a shout out in the comments and tell me that you already own it, because this video is for you. If you don't have them, can I just tell you, it is #1, the thing that everybody should be getting. It is just the coolest thing ever. And is it letting me switch? No. Because I'm live, you know. Nothing ever goes right when you're live. It's all good. I'm just going to slow my roll and then I'll do better, right? Here we go. Ta-da. Oh, Val, I'm so glad you have it. So that's what we're using for bingo next week. And we used it for the catalog launch at the beginning of the catalog. And I have the cards right here that we made. And I'm going to make them again because I have a couple of kits left over. So we did a pinwheel card. We did some other things. But what I didn't know is that the die cuts that I was using them and they were coming out kind of flat. So they're pretty all on their own, but oh my God, they are so much better when you realize how much gusto they have behind them. So you're probably wondering what I'm talking about, but I just had to come show you. So let's start by, we'll flip the camera over. I found the video. I got it shared to the creative group. I'm going back to the business page so that I can see your comments, and we'll get moving. See page. Dun, dun, dun. Darn technology. All right. So, like I said, if you're not signed up for bingo, please sign up so I can get you your stuff as soon as possible. And at this point, I may actually just take a picture of your bingo card and text it to you so that you can be sure to play bingo even if your kit doesn't arrive in time. But yeah, I have enough cut for 12 more, but I would have to stuff them if anybody else signs up. So, okay. So here we go. I'm going to move the table a little bit so I can be right underneath. And these are some of the cards we did for that quarterly catalog kickoff. We do it every new catalog. And I hope that you'll be patient with me. I'm going to actually make up what I have left of these kits, which are just, I only had 2 left. So this Be Merry card is right on top, and my card classes are stack stuffed, and I need Christmas cards, so why not? Let's go, right? So what's the big deal about this bundle, and why am I so excited? Well, take a look at this one. So this one, and I hope that there's no glare, but this one's really flat, right? And I've got dimensionals under there, right? This one I stamped, and I made it really flat in the middle, and I popped up the edges with little mini dimensionals. So let's start by taking a look at this die cut here. So this is really flat. We should probably get it stamped before we do anything. I'm just excited. All right, so pull in the cleaner because I have these stamps ready to go for next week's class. And I've used this bundle the most out of all of the bundles. And I hope that it stays because with all of these sentiments, I just haven't used it enough and I want to keep going. So if they keep it for next year, rest assured, I'll be doing another class with it. So I'm going to start here and pull in, this one we used shaded spruce ink. Oh, so pretty. Hey, Robin, so good to see you. Oh, watching the earlier video. I'm gonna start doing those again. I used to do a video every Tuesday for my team when they have questions about starting a business or running their business. And I've been having a lot of questions lately. And today's question was like really in depth. So I wanted to make sure that I gave it the juice that it deserved because it's not something I want to answer halfway. Do you know what I mean? So, all right. So I got my stamping done. Be merry. I'm very merry. Happiness, happiness. So these dies have a whole bunch of ways that you can manipulate them. They are sliced here already. And I'll let you guys decide what you like better. We can make two versions of this card, right? So on this version, I just popped up this layer and I stuck the middle flat. And then by popping up the sides, you get to see this dimension that's happening automatically with the die. God bless you, honey. My husband sneezed in the other room. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take the decorative piece right here and give it a slice. So what am I doing? My goodness, it completely changes the way these dies work. And it works on all of them like that. So there's 4 different dies. Let's see if I, and obviously you can decide how you want to manipulate them as you go forward, but honestly, so let's, I really should have grabbed my readers. I could still go get them. Then you'd be forced to talk amongst yourselves, and then what would you ever do? Oh, he's still sneezing in there. All right, so we got, God bless you, honey. So we have this die right here. That's my coworker. Usually we joke that doesn't happen until after supper. When he's done eating, that's when he sneezes the most. And his dad was the same. All right. I really could use those readers because that was a little fuzzy there. Okay, so you see how like I've got this piece here and it's already sliced on one side. So I just had to find this little swoosh thing. You get a good view of it there and cut out the swoosh. I was joking. I did this with an in-person group last month, my Litchfield girls. And I was joking that we had to cut out the heart. And they're like, what are you talking about? So we can sacrifice the die cut. Such a clown. But all right, so this one is going to be up like that. And then this one is still with the pieces intact, but it's down. So let's let's take a quick look at these and we'll get some adhesive going. This is basic beige and shaded spruce. Ooh. And I would say if you're like loving my classes, those quarterly kickoff classes, especially if you're a demonstrator trying to plan your classes, I'm here for you. I'm doing it anyway for my team and getting them off to a fresh start with the new catalogs. When you see these go live, make sure if you're interested that you sign up. I even offer directions only. There are several demonstrators that sign up to get directions so that they can kick off the catalog with their teams after I do it with mine. And if I'm doing the work anyway, well, I love to share. So, woo, I'm extra pushy today with the adhesive. If you use a heavy hand with this adhesive, you'll peel the paper up because it's that sticky. All right, so that's one of the cards, right? And then, I know, thanks for being patient while I get this stuck together. But it does go together pretty fast. So the cool part about those quarterlies is that I do this part for you. So all the die cutting, all of the embossing is done for you. The same with Stamp Club. In Stamp Club, you have to cut your own designer paper, though, which is cool because a lot of times you get like half a pack or a full pack this month, I think. And then you have the extras to use on more cards if you like. Hey, Mary. Good to see you, my dear. Oh, you haven't gotten to play since... See, Val, you need to take a little time for yourself. And there's the pot calling the kettle black. I haven't taken any time for myself in the last couple weeks. And I should as well. All right, so here we go. Here's the Be Merry with the cutout. And here's the Be Merry still popped up on the sides, but not cut out. And I have some dimensionals here, but what I really want are some babies. So I'm gonna go, I actually am gonna go grab some out of the cabinet. Okay. So for this one, I'm gonna just put the adhesive on the middle piece, and I'm gonna let the die cut just fly there. Like whatever's flying, we'll let it fly. And this is so cool, isn't it? I've been traveling with this all month, and I think my pads could use re-inking. All right, so that's that one. And you can see through the die cut, which brings it like more to life, doesn't it? Like when you look at them side by side. Okay, so then we have this one, and again, I'm going to do that down flat, and then these edges I'm going to pop up with a single mini dimensional, and I'll do all four sides, and I don't even need to pull the sticky off. It's just about the height on this, because it really lets them pop. So baby dimensionals. Luckily, if you have a pack of these, you probably have a lifetime supply, and you'll only need one pack for the rest of your life. Because they come with so many in the package, you know. All right, so I've got the Seal Plus adhesive, and that's the sticky stuff, and then I have the edges up on dimensionals, and I didn't even bother pulling them because they'll... And I did kind of go close to the edge, so hopefully we won't see them at the final project. But you get the idea, right? So which one do you like better? Do you like the cutout, or do you like the solid popped up version? You tell me. Oh my gosh, Robin, thank you. I'm telling you, this is the one. These are my favorite of the season. Okay, so that's the first set, and like I said, I added a couple of druzy embellishments to each of these projects, but I can do that later when I'm finishing and mailing these off. I have 80 Christmas cards to send in the next couple of days to my team members. I've been sending them out slow roll with the team meeting packets that's coming Sunday. And we're doing Valentine's Day, which is pretty cool. So this is the second project, and this one's different. It opens from this layer, and I'll show you that in a second. You see, like this is the layer that opens, and there's a lot of pieces in this one. I used the designer paper on the inside to grab a cute decorative edge, and this would be an awesome gift card holder, because you could glue dot the gift card to this side and then have a small section to write love Auntie Selene or love Mom on the inside. And you're off to the races. Super simple, super pretty. So I'll attach this to the card front here. This was embossed with the Falling Snow embossing folder. Hope you catch that. It's feels so dark in the studio since the winter came. It's like winter just showed up. Freezing. It was 19 degrees yesterday morning. See, straight face. All right, so we've got that. And then we've got this guy going across the middle here. And this is just a 3/4 inch strip. You know, I love ribbon, and I am a ribbon like maniac, right? But you can do the same thing with a strip of coordinating cardstock if you want. Oh, it's so hard to stick the deer down, but I do like this side for hot cocoa, right? It would be a perfect hot cocoa gift card, or Starbucks. My daughter likes Starbucks. She only drinks coffee when she's at school, so she says. Okay, so here we go. It is a hot cocoa kind of day. Let's do our stamping first. I'm gonna pull out that stamp from the set. There's a Merry Christmas to You that we're using during bingo. Celebrate the holidays in all the ways. Peace on Earth. There's so many ways to use this stamp set. It's fabulous. And this is a gift block my friend Cheryl bought me at the last on stage. Hopefully I can see through it so I can stamp. I'm running low on D blocks. I've been stamping like a maniac. Okay, so gonna go right over the top, and I love this die because it also separates when you stamp. I got a little close to the D and day over here, so I'm gonna go a little lower with this one. Whoops. I wonder if you can do the other side. Nah, doesn't look as good. I'm gonna leave it. Okay. So, ready for this? Remember I told you, I told my customers that we were gonna cut the heart out? Well, here we go. It's really like an S. It's almost like a piece of hair in there. But it's like a swirl. So here it is. Oop, there it is. And then I'm gonna come back over here and trim over here. I could really use my eyeglasses for this. Just this year, I started wearing readers. Tired eyes will do that too. Like when I get tired, I need them more. Okay, so there's that side. And so just take your time with this. Like the idea would be to finish that little strand of hair that's cut out the middle of it. But it's already done for you it's pretty close. It's just tacked in there. Like those designers at Stampin' Up! Knew what they were doing. Look at this. It is so cool. Like, why didn't I figure this out before? So like, here's my original card. And then this one, the next one, I had another one under here. The next one that I made, I put this up on dimensionals and I stuck these down flat. But then I got real fancy and started cutting the hearts out. I love it. I don't know if I'll ever sell this one. This is like my favorite Christmas out of all of them, I think. And I've played with just about all of it. I started designing for my club today, and I went through the main catalog. I, just kind of opened the catalog last night and started flipping through again to find some inspiration. I love going back to the main catalog. But I'm like, geez, I think I have done a class with every single set in that book so far. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna take this and put 3 dimensionals, big ones, here across the swoosh in the middle. Oh, I know. New sentiments to fit this set for sure. It is beautiful. And I don't know about you, but I can never have enough sentiments. I just wanted like a simple happy birthday. Like happy birthday, thank you, like a set that would like kind of cover it all for the new season, because my stamp club meets just after Christmas and I don't want to do Christmas cards. So I think I have it nailed down though. I've got a really cool calendar easel, and I'll announce it once I get all 4 projects done. So we make 8, 2 of each, and the calendars are ordered so that the easel part is done. So, all right, so I have this standing up in the middle, and I have those 2 little teardrop sections flat. So we'll flip this over. This will stand up, and then for fun, I'm going to take this and push down and lift up where these other little dies come. So we get the strand of hair cut out the middle. Isn't that fun? And it's so dimensional. Like you can like see how pretty this is. It adds this new layer of awesomeness to your projects. Okay. You can't make this up. I'm so excited. Okay. So see how the difference between it being flat and being bumped up. I mean, this is on dimensionals, but it just doesn't do the same thing. It's just, yeah, happy. It's the little things in life, All right, so I'm gonna put that other guy to the side, and I'll assemble him after my free time. Oh, I don't want to forget him. And then we'll move on to the next card. So for this one, when we were cutting for it, I noticed that the die was a little fussier, and you'd want to go back and forth on this one. So you go back and forth through the die cutter a couple of times to make sure that you get all of these little pieces out. But I told my helper actually not to fuss with it, because we're gonna cut the top and bottom right off. So there's a bunch of ways you could use this die. You could leave it intact. You could have another darker piece behind it and use use a different color back there. But for this one, I chose to stay flat because I wanted to cover that whole, I want to see the whole design. I am not seeing, I have 2 shaded spruce on the table and no pretty peacock. All right, well, I was playing with pretty peacock earlier today, so hopefully I can locate one across the room here. Okay, so that's card 1. I just want to make sure I have all my stamping pieces out before I go forward. Okay, so this one, see, some of them fell out, but I told my helper not to get fussy with this because we're just going to cut it anyway. But there are 3 more that fit this. So Winter Wishes, Season Filled with Magic, and Love and Joy. And of course, I did, what did I do? I did Magic, but Magic's not here. It's over on the other table. So let me grab that ink pad and the Magic. We're using the stamp again in Bingo next week. That class is going to be so fun. We have an easel card and just totally fun. Okay, so Season of Magic. Easy peasy. Ugh. again, I need to, when they run out of ink, they all run out of ink at the same time. Gotta re-ink these buggers. And I will. When I travel, especially, I find that they dry out fast, and this time of year it's dry. You know, if you do have issues with your ink and you didn't re-ink before you stamp and you don't want to recut, you can always add a little Wink of Stella and it will fix any of that, especially if it's a thick font like this one. Just be careful not to go too crazy because it'll move your ink if you go outside the lines, you know. But I love a little magic, and Wink of Stella adds that, so let's just fix it while we have it. Okay, so there we go, season. This just makes everything better anyway. I can feel all the stress leaving my body right now just painting with Wink of Stella. No more stress. I gotta put Wink of Stella on everything. All right. There we go. All better. Thanks for spending Tuesday afternoon with me. I am so grateful. There is a giant sale going on right now. They have a last chance sale, so they got rid of the clearance rack completely, and they've decided to offer these last chance dealios in the online store. When you click and you log in on stampinup.com, you go to the menu and then go to specials, and under there you can find the last chance list. There's a button to search by discount. So like there's 10, 20, 30, 40, and over 50%. So like if you wanted to, I picked up some kits for like $12 today. I'm so excited. I got, actually Robin, I got one of those, the robot kits that Connor liked. And you know, once they sell out completely, I won't be able to bring them to craft fairs anymore. So I picked up a few of those. All right, so I'm gonna attach these together. And then the white is for the inside. A lot of times if I am putting the white on the inside of a card, I won't attach it until after I've written what I want to say, because 9 times out of 10, I say the wrong thing and I have to rewrite it anyway. So I just wait until it's all happy and written out before I stick it in there. All it takes is a little wink and magic. Oh, I gotta show you, but at the end of the video, remind me to show you, I have my minions on the table with me today because I feel like a minion. Stampin' Up sent me a little gift for being a top performer, and it's an apron. And I was joking with my husband that I look like a minion. So as I was walking by, I was remembering my best friend, Dawn. She bought me, before she passed away, she bought me these 2 little minions, and I bring them to craft fairs with me, and I leave them on the table just as a little giggle, because it's funny, because sometimes when you go to a craft fair, although people might pay to get in, they don't necessarily want to talk to you. They want to shop. They don't want to make eye contact. And so you get some people at the craft fair that look like this, and this is me. And then you get other people that look like this. And when I get the people that look like this, I have a little giggle. And I tap my little minions. And then I move on, because eventually I'll find my people, you know. Y'all are here today. You found me. I found you. Thank God. So thanks for watching. But I have my minion apron on today. My top performer apron. I can stand in between those two. Supervise. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, the robot kits. Yeah. And so like, and it's funny because Robin, we were talking about the robot kits. They're on sale for, I think they're like $11. I mean, it'd be worth it just for the shaker ball eyes alone. I don't like how big of an edge there is there, and I am just gonna go for it and adjust. There, ta-da, it's crooked, I don't care. It's better. It's homemade. Oh my goodness, so silly. Anyway, I hope you have a chance, if your family likes to craft, you should consider bringing crafting to them over the holiday. Even if you just did something simple, you know, decorating cookies, or I was supposed to do that tonight in Boston, but I took a pass because I'm not feeling 100%. And I was going to the House of Hope, and the folks there are with their families, and they're in cancer treatment. I didn't want to take a chance. I'm feeling run down, but I'm not sick. You know what I mean? Anyway. Here we go. Last one. So again, look at this die cut. All right, let me stamp first. I'm just too excited. Hey, Janice. All the way from Australia. You know, I would love to come visit sometime. I want to do Australia and New Zealand. That would be a bucket trip for me. I've never been. I would love to go. All right. Sweet as sugar plum candy. So the reason I chose this stamp was because the paper looks like ribbon candy. Does anybody remember ribbon candy? Or am I just the old person here? I love ribbon candy, but only the skinny stuff. I don't like the, because some, like, you can get the thick one and it's gross. Ah, wrong color. Here we go. I guess I could take 2 minutes and show you the bingo cards. They're really fabulous. Seal Plus, just like I just did. Well, okay, so Robin, I will say, good question. I only have trouble with my Seal Plus when my hand is heavy. So I joke that it's a girl and that if you push too hard, it will bite you. So you have to lighten your hand as much as possible. Now, I will say that sometimes I've gotten them personally that they've already been backed up into themselves brand new, and if that happens to you, call Stampin' Up and get it replaced. They're really good about it. Happened at retreat. I only replaced 2 coming home from retreat, and I went through a whole box full of these. But I'm excitable today, and when I get excited and I push too hard on the paper, that's when it tends to bite me back. So that's a thing. Anyway, let's stamp first. I do. I love Seal Plus. And I don't care for Seal as much. I find the release isn't as easy because they're missing the little breaks in the action. Like our Seal Plus has it's like every 1/8 of an inch there's a break there. So now you can see already that I did it with this one, and I didn't do them on the original. Like I literally stamped them and stuck them on with dimensionals. But if you take a few minutes, you could play with this. Now, I'm not even saying, this is limitless playing, because you see these little slots over here? Imagine taking a ribbon and sticking it through either end and having them come out the sides. I mean, there's so many different ways to use these dies. And these little slots just make it so different and functional and cool and artsy and dimensional and all that. So I'll breathe now. I just love them. Can't fake this one. It's so cool. All right, and then there's like a little notch at the top here. So I got the 2 sides. And then I'm just gonna fold out that arm so I can cut out the middle. Cut the heart out. So fun. Yeah, it is. It's perfect for ribbon. Great minds, Robin. Oh my goodness. I love this kind of crafting. I feel like I'm sitting across the table from you guys, and I appreciate you being here. I feel like I want to do a bonus project today. Like maybe when we're done, I could jump into, we'll do a quick gift bag. Do you guys know how to make a gift bag out of designer paper? It's pretty easy, but it's fun for me. All right, so a pinwheel card. This had my club, Litchfield girls stumped. The most important thing about a pinwheel card is the first square and the last square. So these are measuring the little squares 1 1/4, and the other squares, these shaded spruce squares, are 2 5/8. So the first thing you do to put a pinwheel card together is you put the squares together so that, whoop, see, look, I'm excited. I'm gonna just lighten my hand a little bit and watch, it goes right over it. So that's me excited and then me calming down for a second. All right, so I'm gonna put one over the other and make a star, okay? And then I'm gonna lay out my squares. I have 4 of each. I have 4 designer papers, and again, it's that ribbon candy, the nice skinny one. Although you gotta be careful when you like break it, because like you could like maim your tongue with it. It's like super, super sharp. For the very first one, you only put adhesive on one corner. Okay? So I'm gonna tack this and I'm gonna put the corner facing that way, okay? The one that has the adhesive on it. You leave a super thin border like that, and my adhesive's on that side, so I can still get under this last square piece, okay? Now I'm gonna add adhesive to the rest of them. And you can cut the squares to 1 1/4 on your paper trimmer, or if you happen to have an old 1 1/4 inch punch, it goes much faster, but you know, we're crafters, we do whatever we have to do to get the job done, right? So the adhesive's on this side, so I'm gonna roll around that way, and I'm leaving like a 1/16 of an inch border going all the way around, and I'm just gonna layer these on. And there's no rhyme or reason at this point, like the adhesive's in the middle. That first one is the only one that you need to be able to get under. And just layer them, so you can either use 2 pieces of pattern paper, or you can alternate with a solid cardstock like I'm doing. Super easy to put together. And it's when you get to the end that people are like, what are you doing, Selene? And it's not difficult, I swear. It's just a matter of doing it a couple of times and then you'll be an old pro. Okay, so this is the last one I'm putting down, which means I need to go on top of this one and under that one. And it's a good thing I left my adhesive all the way over there, because now when I add this to where it goes, it'll fit right under there and I won't have to mess with it. Like that. I feel like I should like take a bow and insert applause. Yay, she did it. All right, silly. And then I'm just gonna attach a little druzy embellishment to the middle. The word druzy, I Googled it because I didn't know, comes from a term that means crushed glass. So consider that these embellishments, they're super, super sparkly. And what they did was they crunched up a bunch of glass and made them into an embellishment and put a sticky on the back. So, but I didn't know what druzy meant until I Googled it. I love when they come up with stuff that like, I don't know the name. I can be educated and stuff. All right, here we go. Anything that's sparkly is good for me. Okay. And again, I think, do we want to put this up on dimensionals? Probably, huh? And then leave this down. Do we want to leave this or do we want to cut it down further? Let's play a little bit more. So these have like multiple notches and slots and dimensions, and you could play all day. There's another little squiggle right there. Can you see? But when you have them, you can just like play all day. These are really fun. And yeah, eyeglasses, Selene, eyeglasses. Note to self, I need to put readers in my my toolkit here. Just so that, you know, the finished project looks nice. Details, details. All right. But we're dealing with concepts right now anyway. So look at how cool that is. And it would be even cooler. I agree, Robin, if it had ribbon. But I don't have any on the table, so I'm just going to go for it. But if I did have ribbon, I'd run the ribbon now before putting the dimensionals on, because then I could stick it to my card and have the dimensionals hold the ribbon in place all at the same time. But what a difference between flat and dimensional, right? Is that not crazy? Awesome. I just love it. All right, so I promised a peek at the bingo cards, which is also using this bundle. And I'll just whip through those kind of quick because we're going to do that a week from tonight. It's the 10th. Yep, so it's a week from tonight. So I would have to rush your paper if you decided to sign up. I have enough for 12, I think. So this is an easel. Super cool. And then Believe in Santa. So sparkly. And then there's that die again where we cut it out. Isn't that great? And all the dimension on these die cut shapes. And it's a Winkostella fling thing. I actually flung Winkostella at this, and it is so sparkly. I can't even stand it. Seeing the poinsettia through this die cut, I mean, it elevates everything. And you'll have loads and loads of die cuts and little bits of paper left over that you can make more cards when we're done. So that's bingo. And you could win a prize, and we're going to make like 6 projects and have fun together. So if you're not signed up for that, I recommend it. And what else? Oh, a gift bag. So I'll need a paper trimmer for that. And if you guys want to play along with this, you can. What you would need is some adhesive and 2 pieces of 12 by 12 cardstock. Designer paper. So let me grab some designer paper and we'll just pick something. I'm hoping for something Christmas over here. Hello. Dun, dun, dun. It is the end of the season. I am running low on Christmas paper. I used it all up. I did a good job. Okay. So let's see what we got here. I pulled out the deer. Oh dear. You know, I love that pattern. Oh, I love this pattern. This is my favorite pattern in the whole thing. All right. You know, I always talk about like cutting into your favorite designer paper. Let's do it. We'll make a gift bag out of this bugger. It's my favorite one. So this being directional, we want to make sure that our gift bag is facing with the deers up and not upside down, right? Okay, so we're in agreement there. And the only measurements you need for this bag is 1 and 3. So I'm going to set my scoreboard 1 and 3. And if you're wondering what these are, they're markers my daughter made because I lost mine. She makes little ribbon clippies and these, and of course the tool holders and all of that on our 3D printer when she's home. All right, so I'm gonna score the top of the bag at 1 all the way across. And I've got both pieces of paper on here, 12 by 12. And then I'm going to score the other 3 sides. Catch you later, Val. I hope you're doing good. Good luck with that move. At 3 times. So 3, 3, and 3, and then 1 across the top. So that's the directional piece of it, right? Now, I love both sides of this paper, so it's very exciting to me that I can see the top of the bag has a little lip to it. Oh, come on. I'm going to fold this down at the 1 inch mark where I scored it. And I'm going to fold it on all 4 sides where I scored it. So this is 1, 3, 3, 3, and you might notice that I'm scoring it towards my reindeer, and the reindeer is going to be outside of my box. That's because I want to go back and get a good crease on it. So I like to go both ways when I'm scoring. It is like an eye chart to try and see for the scissors, so hopefully I'll be good to go when I go to put it together. So that's the first one. I'll do the same thing with this one. So if you have a ridiculous amount of designer paper and a need for a gift box, ooh, why does that look crooked? Is it crooked? No, it's just my eyes. You can make gift bags with your scrapbooking supplies, your stamping supplies, and not have to buy gift bags. I like that. Okay, so I'm going to flip this down and seal it across the 1 inch flap. So right at the top of the paper, all the way down, Seal Plus, boom. Same thing with this one, all the way down. So this is going to make the top flap of our bag. Okay. I'm going to put both pieces together and I'm going to cut on the score line up to the 3 inch mark. So we did the bottom at 3, 3, and 3, and now we just need to make the bottom of our gift bag. So here we go. I'm cutting both pieces at the same time. Okay. And if you have a bone folder, you can definitely hit it with a bone folder. I'm doing pretty good with just folding it, so I'm gonna stick to this for now. I'm folding those sides in. And here are my 2 flaps that I cut back, right? And then this rectangle is gonna make the bottom of my bag. So the other thing is, I'm seeing that it looks like I didn't cut perfectly on the line. So if that happens, you can just trim it and make it look pretty. There is no, this is not a perfection thing. Thank goodness. Because that ship sailed a long time ago. No perfection here. All right, so we're gonna add adhesive to the squares, the 3 inch squares at the bottom. And then we'll build half the bag. So you just take it, bring it up 90 degrees, and we're gonna do this twice. Now somehow, even though we did the exact same measurement, and they're exactly the same, one side is gonna be bigger than the other. I don't know why, but it always works out that way. And that's a good thing, because we're going to put these 2 sides together. Now, I like to use liquid adhesive at this point. I'm going to fold that again and make sure there's a good crease before I, get this going. And then same thing on this side. We're going to bring it up. So we built the other half of our bag, right? And then we'll give the top a little pinch Pinch, pinch, pinch. Okay, so now I've got 2 identical halves, right? Check it out. We'll stick this together and look, that looks perfect. It's like money, okay? If I try to go the other way, it's off. So this one is slightly bigger than this one because it's fitting together absolutely perfectly. So figure out which side works and use that as your bag. So here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna do liquid glue for this because I know it's good and sticky. And I could use Seal Plus, but we're on a 3D surface now, and this stuff will set up just like the Seal Plus, and it's forgiving. So it'll give it a minute to dry, and I can just drop this right inside the other bag, and then put a little pressure and let it set up. So by doing it this way, there's a little bit of pressure on the bottom already, and I can work the top and let it dry. So using that amount of liquid glue, it's going to take an extra minute to dry, but this stuff, once it dries, is dry as can be. So now you can see there's a little gap on the bottom because that's where our stuff met, and I will put a little glue right there just to make sure that it's nice and solid, but that's going to be the back. So you want to make sure that whatever seam is there ends up as the back of the bag. So we could take it another step further. Who wants to go one step further? I'm going to get a clear envelope next. Ooh, it sounds like UPS is out front. I heard the brakes. Honey, my boyfriend is here. He calls it that. All right. I love our UPS guy. So these are our clear medium envelopes. They fit a card, and it's how I package up my cards. I can fit a card and an envelope inside our medium envelopes, and the item is 102619 if you're asking. Hey, Jill, good to see you. All right, so here is my clear bag, and normally we would peel this to make it sticky, but today I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna slice the top off. I'm gonna cut the heart out, just like we did with the other thing. All right, and I've got my open bag here with no top. So I'm gonna just add a little bit of tear and tape here to the back of the bag. Oh, I got some liquid glue on there. Whoops. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Almost time for another roll. Almost out of tear and tape there. Pull in my take your pick tool and add, I want to say that I put a deer card to the side when I was setting up today. But we'll definitely need a card for this. I want a deer card though, because I want one that's gonna match. All right, so I got my tear and tape, and I'm gonna stick this onto my box front or my bag front. Okay, so now I have a clear envelope on the front. Let me see, I think I have a deer card over here. Oh yeah, I have this one. Let's see. If you could only see. I still have not mailed this one out, but I have earmarked that one. Oh no, this is the bag of new cards I made. I'd spent the last couple of weeks just making swaps so that I'm ready to go for the new catalog. this is the guy I'm looking for. We made him on a Facebook Live a couple weeks ago, and this matches our bag. So if you rewind and go through the last couple of weeks, we made this a couple weeks ago for cutting class. And then, whoop, I swear I can get in there. So this will just slide in the front of the bag. And now we have a gift bag and a card on the front that matches. Isn't that adorable? Oh, so anyway, I very much appreciate you guys. And if you're here and you're a demonstrator, know that it's a good day to be a demonstrator because we have a huge sale. Oh, I forgot to show you my Minion apron. So there it is. I got my new apron. Yeah, so this is it. A gift bag, and it's out of focus. Whoop. Let's see if we can get it. There we go. So yeah, super, super cool gift bag. The Christmas labels dies are my #1 pick for my favorite thing, although the deer do come in second. And oh dear. And I'll put I can put a handle on it, just a ribbon. You know, I'll find some real red ribbon and finish it off. But yeah, you guys get the idea. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful week. If there's anything I can do to help, let me know. I should send out an email with an open host code because there is a phenomenal sale that you'll definitely want to check out. I cleaned up on some of the kits earlier. So I hope you have a wonderful week. Talk to you soon. Thank you.